Have you ever woken up in a city that feels like it's giving you a big, warm hug? That's Hanoi. There's something magical about the way the city greets you at dawn, as if it's inviting you to be part of its story from the very first light. The air is cool and gentle, carrying the promise of a new day, and for a moment everything feels possible. The sun rises, painting the sky orange and pink as the city slowly wakes up. The rooftops catch the first rays, and the lakes shimmer with soft reflections. It's a quiet transformation, but if you pay attention, you can feel the city's pulse quicken with every passing minute. I stood on my balcony, coffee in hand, feeling the energy build. The aroma of strong Vietnamese coffee mingled with the fresh morning air, and I watched as the city below began to stir. It was a moment of calm anticipation, a pause before the day's adventures. Down below, a woman on a bicycle glides past, her basket full of fresh flowers, the first note in Hanoi's morning song. The flowers, bright and dewy, seem to carry the spirit of the city, spreading color and life wherever she goes. Her gentle presence is a reminder that every day here begins with small acts of beauty. Shopkeepers sweep their storefronts, and the smell of incense mixes with the aroma of brewing coffee. The city's rituals unfold quietly, brooms brushing the pavement, incense curling in the air, and the first customers gathering at street cafes. It's a symphony of scents and sounds that marks the start of another day. These small moments tell the real story of a place. It's not just the landmarks or the famous sights, but the everyday rhythms, the laughter, the greetings, the shared routines that make Hanoi feel alive and welcoming. I met Lynn, my local guide, whose warm smile made me feel instantly at home. She radiated the kind of kindness that makes you feel like you belong, even if you've just arrived. She greeted me with a cheerful "Ciao Bui Sang" and "Good morning." Her voice was bright and full of enthusiasm, and I could tell she truly loved sharing her city with newcomers. Lynn said the best way to understand Hanoi is to join in from the very first light. She encouraged me to step outside, to watch and participate as the city came alive, and to notice the details that make mornings here so special. We headed to Hoan Kiem Lake, where people practiced Tai Chi, moved gracefully, and shared the peaceful morning. The lake was surrounded by locals of all ages, their movements slow and deliberate as if they were dancing with the dawn itself. Elderly couples strolled, joggers passed by. This was daily life, not a show for tourists. There was a sense of community, of people coming together to greet the day, each in their own way, but all sharing the same space and time. In Hanoi, mornings begin with community, movement, and really enjoying simple beauty. It's a time when the city feels both intimate and alive, and you can sense the deep connection between people and place. I knew right then, this was going to be an unforgettable day. The city had welcomed me with open arms, and I couldn't wait to see what other wonders awaited as the sun climbed higher in the sky. First stop, breakfast. Lynn led me through busy alleyways to a tiny spot. No sign, just plastic stools and a bubbling pot of soup. She promised it was the best pho in the city, and I believed her. We ordered with smiles and hand signs, and soon steaming bowls of pho bo arrived. The soup was rich, the noodles silky, and the beef was so tender it melted in your mouth. Fresh herbs, lime, and bean sprouts let you build your perfect bowl. Every spoonful was a discovery. Around us, families and friends gathered, sharing stories and laughter before their day began. Breakfast here isn't just a meal, it's a daily get-together that connects people. I wasn't just a tourist, I was part of it, slurping noodles and sharing a moment. The best seasoning? Friendship. In Hanoi, food is about connection, and that's the real flavor of the city. Feeling energized after breakfast, we set out into the heart of Hanoi, ready to experience the city's daily rhythm up close. We dove into the local market where the energy was contagious and the air buzzed with anticipation. Lynn led me through the winding back alleys of Dongchuan Market, a maze where locals come for their daily essentials and fresh produce. The market was a sensory explosion, vivid colors, the chatter of bargaining, and the aroma of fresh herbs and sizzling street food all around us. Everywhere I looked, there were piles of fragrant herbs, fiery red chilies, and exotic fruits like rambutan and dragon fruit, their colors almost glowing in the morning light. Fish glistened on beds of ice. Butchers worked with practiced hands, and every stall seemed to have its own story and personality. Lynn introduced me to Mrs. Mai, a vegetable seller who's been coming here for over 40 years. Her presence is much a part of the market as the stalls themselves. Her hands moved with the speed of experience, arranging vegetables with care, her genuine smile lighting up her corner of the market. You could see the pride she took in her work. Mrs. Mai shared stories of her family, of early mornings and generations growing up among these stalls, and how the market has always been the center of their lives. Here, sellers and customers aren't just strangers. They're friends, sharing gossip, laughter, and the news of the day as they shop. I bought starfruit from Mrs. Mai, and the warmth in her smile felt like the best souvenir I could take home, a memory more lasting than anything I could buy. This wasn't just shopping. It was a chance to connect, to share a moment with someone whose life is woven into the fabric of this city. The market is like the city's heartbeat, pulsing with stories, laughter, and the sense of community that makes Hanoi so special. In Hanoi, every exchange is a reminder that beneath the hustle, we're all just people living our lives, sharing moments and building memories together. That's the real treasure of the market. Leaving the market behind, we wandered deeper into Hanoi's old quarter, where every step felt like a journey through time. The air buzzed with the sounds of scooters and laughter, and the scent of street food drifted from every corner. Streets named for ancient trades like silver and silk felt like a living museum, each one telling its own story. These names are more than just labels. They're reminders of the city's rich history and the generations of craftsmen who shaped it. French colonial buildings, with their faded pastel facades, stand shoulder to shoulder with traditional narrow houses. Balconies overflow with lush green plants, creating a patchwork of old and new, nature and architecture. Life spills onto the sidewalks. People gather to sip tea, play chess, and even get a haircut from street barbers. The sidewalks are more than just walkways. They're vibrant meeting places where stories are shared and friendships are made. The city pulses with energy and movement, but everywhere you look, there's a sense of warmth. Smiles are exchanged between strangers and laughter echoes above the hum of daily life. Our guide Lynn shared how traditions, like gathering for meals, honoring family, and showing deep respect for elders, are lovingly passed down through generations. These customs are the threads that hold the community together. We paused to watch a calligrapher paint lucky characters with graceful strokes. This ancient art form, cherished for centuries, still draws crowds today, connecting the past to the present. Old and new blend together seamlessly. Temples stand beside modern coffee shops, and the sight of conical hats mixes with the glow of smartphone screens as motorbikes zip by in a blur. Hanoi is a city of contrasts, where tradition and modern life dance together in harmony. Here, ancient rituals and contemporary trends coexist, creating a unique rhythm that's all its own. It's this vibrant mix that makes the city so special and full of heart. Locals and visitors alike find a sense of belonging, drawn together by the city's welcoming spirit. The past and future live side by side, and the city's spirit shines through every smile, every shared moment, and every act of kindness. That's the magic of Hanoi, a place where tradition and joy are woven into the very fabric of daily life. Next, Lynn invited me to lunch with her family. Their tall, narrow home was filled with laughter and the smell of home-cooked food. I was welcomed like family, not a stranger. The meal was a feast: steamed fish, stir-fried morning glory, caramelized pork, clear soup, and fluffy rice. Lynn's mother explained that Vietnamese meals are all about balance. Salty, sweet, sour, spicy. Conversation flowed easily, stories were shared, and laughter bridged any language difference. Food brought everyone together, but the real good feeling was the connection. Around the table, I felt the heart of Vietnamese culture: family, food, and love. Sharing a meal is the kindest way to show hospitality. For them, it was an ordinary lunch. For me, it was a very special gift. In Hanoi, food feeds the heart. After a rest, it was time for a street food safari. First stop, banh mi, a crispy baguette stuffed with grilled pork, pate, pickled veggies, herbs, and spicy sauce. Pure flavor explosion. Next, bun cha, grilled pork patties and belly and sweet sour sauce with rice noodles and herbs. Dip, slurp, repeat. No wonder Obama loved it. Then banh xio, a crispy yellow pancake filled with pork, shrimp, and bean sprouts. Wrap in lettuce, dip, crunch. Each stop was a new discovery, food made right before our eyes. Eating on the sidewalk, shoulder to shoulder with locals, was pure joy. Street food here isn't just about taste. It's about the experience and community. No fancy tablecloths, just honest, delicious food that brings everyone together. Students, business people, families, all sharing the same love for great food. Hanoi street food is the city's soul. Every bite told a story. I was in food heaven, and I never wanted it to end. After the street food rush, Lynn led me to a quiet temple, hidden from the city's noise. Stepping inside, the noise faded, replaced by the smell of incense and blooming flowers. The temple was small, cozy, and beautifully kept. Golden statues watched over visitors moving with quiet respect. An elderly woman prayed. A young man lit incense, each seeking peace. Lynn explained that temples are a regular part of life here, a place for prayer, thinking, and connecting to tradition. Lighting incense, I felt a deep sense of belonging. Hanoi isn't just energy and food, it's also spiritual and peaceful. The city balances busy streets with calm, sacred places. Modern life and old traditions live together in harmony. This quiet moment showed another side of Hanoi's character. Even in the busiest places, there's always space for gratitude. That's the city's true balance. As the day ended, Lynn had one last surprise. West Lake at sunset. The sky turned orange, red, and purple, reflecting on the calm water. We sat on a bench, enjoying the peaceful atmosphere. Couples strolled, families flew kites, friends laughed at lakeside cafes. The city seemed to sigh happily as the sun set. I told Lynn how much her kindness and the kindness of everyone I met meant to me. She smiled and said, "That is the real Hanoi." She was right. I felt a true connection to this place. The day wasn't about seeing sights. It was about sharing meals, stories, and smiles. Seeing Hanoi through its people changed everything. The greatest treasures in travel are the human connections. Hanoi welcomed me with open arms, and it captured a piece of my heart. So what's the main point? Simple. You have to go to Hanoi. If you want to wake up your senses, eat incredible food, and feel genuine kindness, this is the place. Hanoi has a soul, a rhythm, and a charm all its own. Step off the usual path. Walk through alleys, try street food, learn a few Vietnamese words. The real magic isn't in guidebooks, but in unexpected connections with local people. Hanoians are strong, welcoming, and proud to share their city. They'll treat you as a guest, not just a tourist. This generosity turns a trip into something you'll never forget. So start planning. Eat pho for breakfast, get lost in the old quarter, share a meal, watch the sunset. Let Hanoi work its magic. You'll leave with a full stomach, beautiful memories, and a heart full of love. And you'll have your own wonderful stories to tell. Go! What are you waiting for?